gonna be why I utilize the things I utilize under my wigs. So let's get into it. I know it looked a little funny to you guys. I have in my bag, this is my stuff for my wig. So like the first thing we want to get into is the netted wig cap. This is one that's not open. I currently have one on. I use netted wig caps. I personally prefer to use those under my wigs because if it's combs, it's a little bit easier to get in. I'm not making holes inside of like a stocking cap, wig cap. Another reason why I use these is because it's not as much material touching. I mean, the same amount of material is touching my scalp and my braids and things like that. So, you know, you are going to experience a degree of dryness, but it's not fully covered. So I really, truly like using these. And I just feel like my scalp can breathe a lot better under the wigs when I sit there and I'm using like the regular stocking caps. I just feel like they just can't breathe as much. So I'm a little bit different. I found out about these through other people I know that I've braided their hair before and they would wear caps. They prefer the netted wig caps, and I've also used them and had the pleasure to use them while getting a sewing done. So I'll use these. The next thing I want to talk about is, this video is going to be short, y'all, but these are the two things I love using under wigs. Is my silk thread. Now, silk thread is cut from a different cloth. It allows, like, let's say you're getting a sew-in, it allows for your hair not to be dried out, your ends, I'm sorry, not to be dried out from the actual thread. You ever notice when you get a sew-in and you leave it in for months at a time and your ends look real crazy? Well, if you got silk thread, it would kind of cut down on the amount of breakage that you would experience, and dryness really you would experience from the breakage. So I get silk thread. I'll put the link in the description box for my silk thread. You can also get it at the hair store, but there's been hair stores I've had to travel. I would try the big hair stores and see. Even those, I've had a hard time finding silk thread. So I always, you know, I would just order. I know certain hair stores, they do sell them in the stores, but this is just better for our ends because, like, if you're leaving a sewing and, you know, for an extensive amount of time, or, you know, you have your wig in and you have that one part of the braid like I have, which is sewn, you want something that's not going to really tear your ends up, because it's bad enough you're wearing a cap. Like mine doesn't have, I'm pulling up plastic, mine doesn't have it like full coverage where it would fully cover like a regular like nylon stocking wig cap. But you know, you just want to create as less damage as possible because these items can be drying. Now, it is cotton on the inside of my thread, but there's a silk finish, so the cotton is on the inside. It sounds crazy, cotton is on the inside, but it's covered in silk, so your ends are in good hands. Like, you know, what is it? I think it's Allstate, or I think it's Allstate, where they say, are you in good hands? It's one of those, but you're in good hands basically when you're using silk thread versus the cotton. Like I said, there's cotton on the inside, but on the outside there's silk, so that's actually better for your hair. So you want to just try to utilize silk thread instead of cotton thread. People like to use cotton thread, but I find when I've gotten sew-ins with cotton thread that it really dries my hair out. So to avoid the cotton thread and my hair being and my ends being dried out and all the moisture and everything I put into there being sucked out, I use silk thread, and you can order it off of Amazon. Some hair stores sell it, but it's kind of hard to come by. Like, some of them might look at you like you crazy when you say, okay, I want silk thread, because they don't all sell it. But, you know, you more so want to be able to utilize your silk thread. It's just a little better for your hair. So this is literally what the video was, just some tips, some things I like to use that's a little bit better for my hair. I just don't like I think it's like the tan colored or like black stocking wig caps. I don't like using those personally. I just feel like it's too drying, especially if you're in wigs for months at a time and you just switching up. It's better to use these netted ones. It's just, I feel like it's just better for me to utilize, but I know people like to use the I think it's the stocking cap method to like make their parts look more natural. I'm not into it. This is a synthetic wig, so we like to keep it simple over here. But that's pretty much it. I love y'all. This is my video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.